This morning on DC News Now, it's another foggy start for some locations, down to about 2 miles or less for some locations. Just keep that in mind as you're stepping out the door this morning. Thankfully, more sunshine is on the way, but it likely won't reappear till at least tomorrow. More details on that coming up.
Also coming up this morning on DC News Now, a DC favorite up in flames, what fire crews know in the early hours of their investigation this morning.
And one step closer to Silver Line. What needs to happen before commuters catch trains from new stops in Northern Virginia?
And early voting, it's ramping up. What you need to know before dropping off your ballot or heading to the polls.
All right, well, good morning. It's coming up on 6 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I am Joseph Homo, in for Corey James this morning. Thanks so much for starting your Wednesday off with us. It is still dark over our nation's Capitol building here in Washington, D.C. Meteorologist Jackie Layer is tracking spotty showers for some parts of the DMV today. Jackie, big question on everybody's minds. When is it going to end?
Well, it looks like those spotty showers should end by later on this afternoon. We'll just see a few of those passing by as a cold front swings through. Now, behind that cold front, we'll see a gradual clearing of those skies overnight tonight, and that will mean more sunshine on the way as we head towards tomorrow. Today, though, the clouds will be quite thick. We're also seeing some of that thick fog cover, or I should say thick fog out there, and that's reducing visibility, especially in Culpeper, Luray. 1 to 2 miles of visibility in those two locations, about 3 miles in Fredericksburg, a mile in Frederick, but we're seeing pretty good visibility in D.C., Manassas, Leesburg, as well as Martinsburg, but we're still noticing those overcast skies. Count with that chance for some of that patchy mist as well, along with that fog. We did see a few of those light sprinkles just over towards parts of eastern Maryland, and those have since pushed their way off towards the north. Also starting to notice a few of those showers starting to push their way closer and closer towards the westernmost parts of Maryland. As the leading edge of these showers, that will continue to move their way closer and closer over the next couple of hours. That's all out ahead of this cold front, and that front will continue to push its way through, and that'll bring us that shower threat through the day today. Temperatures right now, 40s, Kaiser, Woodstock, as well as Luray, 50s Martinsburg and Winchester, mid-upper 50s Leesburg and Frederick, upper 50s for D.C. right now. We'll see those temperatures varying into the 50s through the morning hours. Those showers will likely push into the mountains region right about 8 a.m. this morning, and we'll see a few showers through midday today. I'll have more details on that coming up. Shanika's here with the very latest on traffic. How's it looking out there this morning?
We have early morning delays, Jackie. This is in Northern Virginia. This is the inner loop stretch right at 66. It is very slow. You're going to be stopping. Go. We have a crash and it is slowing things down. You can see your maps there. You're all in the red. Now over to GW Parkway, heading northbound at the Key Bridge, you're going to find another situation causing major delays just past the 6 o'clock hour. Not looking good for commuters. 66 heading eastbound in the Centerville area. Watch for a work zone. After that, you should be okay right until you get to that inner loop. If you're heading inbound, you're gonna find yourself in that mess. Now 95 on the Virginia side is looking good north and southbound. Now heading over to 295 heading northbound, still in southeast, you'll find a crash right near the 11th Street Bridge, and you're also running behind. Guys.
All right, Shanika, thanks so much. Breaking this morning, police, they are investigating a homicide in Waldorf, Maryland. Deputies from the Charles County Sheriff's Office say it happened along Old Washington Road last night. This morning, all we know is that police are asking you to still avoid the area. Once we get more details into our newsroom, we'll get you up to speed on air and online at dcnewsnow.com.
And developing now, crews are investigating this morning after a fire at a legendary jazz club in D.C. Now, this was the scene at Blues Alley Jazz Club in Georgetown on Wisconsin Avenue. Firefighters were able to put that fire out fairly quickly. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but the cause of the fire remains under investigation this morning.
Also developing this morning, a deadly crash in Fairfax County, Virginia. It happened along West Ox Road and Penderbrook Drive in Fair Oaks. This happened last night. Police say 2 cars and a motorcycle were involved. This morning, we can confirm that that motorcyclist did not survive. And we are covering Metro this morning for you. Riders, they are one step closer to being able to catch a train all the way out to Dulles International Airport and beyond.
That is right. It comes after Metro met a major benchmark yesterday that helps them get more trains into service. Our Christy Matino is live this morning right along the Silver Line in Reston. So Christy, tell us what comes next for Metro.
Well, Joe Tanaya, the big news here is that the Silver Line may be done just in time for your holiday commute. Metro is announcing they're putting the 7000 series rail cars, but more of them, back onto the rails. And that means that it could be ready in time by Thanksgiving. So General Manager Randy Clark, he says that they will gradually return all of the 7000 series rail cars to service. We've seen a few of them get put back on the rails, so that now all of them will be. This is a part of the revised return to service plan outlined by Metro, which the Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission agreed to yesterday. Now, part of that plan means that these 7000 series cars will need to be inspected every 4 days to assure they are still properly working. But this has been a long-awaited milestone for Metro riders. The trains have been out of service since last October after a derailment on the Blue Line. And since then, Metro has been operating with less than half of their fleet. But in a statement, Metro Board Chair Paul Smedberg thanked local officials for their help on progressing the project, saying, "This is a win for customers, and we are grateful for Senators Warner and Kane and their leadership to reach an agreement that will safely return more of the 7Ks to service." So over my shoulder here, we are at the Reston station, and you can see there's a sign that says "Station Closed." So your next question might be, well, when can I ride the Silver Line? The answer is Metro doesn't have a specific date yet, but they do have a meeting coming up tomorrow, so we could have that answer by the end of the week for you. In Reston, Christy Mutino, DC News Now.
Hopefully we will. Thank you, Christy. In our schools this morning, students at Stafford High School in Northern Virginia will resume activities and athletic practices today after more than 500 of them were out sick on Tuesday. Now, this all comes after about 1,000 students were out last week with flu-like symptoms. A number of them tested positive for influenza A. Doctors in Fredericksburg said hospital beds there are full and they are concerned for the rest of the flu season. Health officials are urging everyone 6 months and older to get a flu shot and make sure you use good hygiene.
Making sure that we have good hand washing, that we're covering our coughs and sneezes, and really making an effort to stay home or avoid some of those large crowds if you're not feeling well.
Athletic competitions between Stafford County schools are still canceled to minimize exposure to other schools.
Well, several schools in Loudoun County could undergo a name change soon, and now there's clarity about the process that potential name change will have to go through. The schools will establish renaming committees to determine if they will change their name and what they will change it to. Those committees will consist of the school's principal, 2 staff members, at least 2 current parents, and 2 community members without a child in the school. For high schools, the committee must also include student representatives. Schools eligible for renaming include all those named after Confederate leaders or people who promoted racial segregation in the Jim Crow era. Just yesterday, Loudoun County's school board voted unanimously to have a town hall for each school before a renaming committee convenes. Take a listen.
When we get to the point where we're putting together a naming committee, we really have to be serious and believe that that is a firm intention that we're going to rename them. Now, based on the last motion, they can always come back and say, nope, we're going to go ahead and stick with this. But at least we're going to have the community feedback before we move forward.
Yes, so the Black History Committee is recommending 10 school names be reevaluated for ties to Confederacy, slavery, or segregation.
New updates this morning on the deadly shooting that happened earlier this week at a high school in St. Louis. Police say the suspect, Orlando Harris, was armed with an AR-15 style rifle and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. The 19-year-old also left behind a handwritten note explaining that he had no friends, no family, no girlfriend, and a life of isolation, calling it, quote, the perfect storm for a mass shooter. A teacher and student died in that shooting. 7 other people were injured.
All right, new this morning, Rishi Sunak, the new Prime Minister of Great Britain, will face questions from members of the British Parliament for the first time since becoming Prime Minister. This comes after Sunak made phone calls with other world leaders yesterday on his first day in office. You can see photos there from his Twitter account show that he was talking on the phone with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, as well as U.S. President Joe Biden. And speaking of Mr. Biden, in addition to taking a phone call from his newest British counterpart yesterday, he rolled up his sleeve to get the latest COVID booster shot. The president said he was joining well over 20 million fellow Americans who've already received their updated booster, and he encouraged Americans ahead of a questionable winter to make a plan to get their shot by going to vaccines.gov.
Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and this morning, Virginia's voter registration is set to be revamped for the first time since 2007. The Virginia Department of Elections awarded the contract to the Canton Group to build the registration system, which should take effect statewide in 2025. Some features of the new system include enhanced features for absentee voting, increased election security, and streamlined registration. The new system would cost about $13 million to start and about $3 million per year after that. And for this upcoming election, Fairfax County is already processing mail-in ballots to be counted on Election Day. This video right here is from Fairfax County Votes, showing that process is already well underway this morning. So far, 40% of those mail-in ballots sent to voters have been returned. Ballots can be put in the mail or in a drop box nearby. And early voting in Maryland will open tomorrow and will be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. every day until November 3rd. Registered voters have always been able to vote early, but now those who are eligible but not yet registered can also vote early. For a list of all early voting centers by county, you can check out Maryland's State Board of Elections website under early voting.
Well, speaking of elections, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. And in Pennsylvania last night, a political debate unlike anything in history. The candidates, Democrat John Fetterman and Republican Dr. Mehmet Oz. The office they're running for, U.S. Senate, and things got contentious. In his opening statement, Fetterman addressed the, quote, elephant in the room, or more fittingly, the large TV monitors in the back of the room. Fetterman is still recovering from a stroke he suffered back in May. He currently relies on a closed captioning system to help him understand speech. This symptom sometimes, but not always, improves in stroke victims over time. Now, one of the more contentious issues debated was a woman's right to have an abortion. Oz, a former celebrity doctor, said he does not support a federal abortion ban like the one pushed by Senator Lindsey Graham, but that he does believe local politicians should be involved in a woman's decision. Fetterman said he would codify Roe versus Wade. And